Backlinking, best practices for authority in 2025. Backlinking in 2025 starts with buyer trust. If you sell B2B, your prospects are researching you while your SDR is emailing, calling, and running LinkedIn outreach. They're skimming third-party mentions, partner pages, and "is this company legit" signals in the search results. In 2025, backlinks remain one of the clearest public proof points that your brand is trusted beyond your own website. This matters because organic search isn't a nice-to-have channel for most B2B teams, it's a pipeline source. When organic search drives roughly 53 to 55% of inbound leads, losing visibility to a competitor with stronger authority isn't a marketing problem, it's a revenue problem that hits meetings, opportunities, and forecasts. Our goal at SalesHive is to treat authority like any other part of the revenue engine, measurable, repeatable, and connected to the way your team already generates demand. That's why the best backlinking programs in 2025 aren't isolated SEO projects. They're built into content, partnerships, and outbound motion in a way your SDR agency or outsourced sales team can actually support. Why backlinks still move rankings and deals. Despite the noise, backlinks still correlate strongly with competitive rankings. Research cited in 2025 shows about 91% of pages that rank in Google's top 10 have at least one backlink, and pages with backlinks can see roughly 3.5 times more organic traffic than pages without. For B2B, more qualified visibility typically means more of the right people landing on comparison pages, case studies, and demo paths. Backlinks also operate as buyer-facing validation. When prospects see you referenced by an industry publication, a trusted vendor, or a partner ecosystem page, it reduces perceived risk. That's the same reason SalesHive reviews and other brand queries matter. Third-party trust signals shorten sales cycles and help your cold callers and AEs convert curiosity into meetings. The business case gets even clearer when you connect search to revenue. Some B2B SEO reporting estimates SEO influences around 44.6% of B2B revenue, and other 2025 summaries put organic at about 55% of inbound leads overall. If we're serious about predictability, backlinks stop being a vanity metric and become a lever your leadership team can fund with confidence. Build a backlink strategy around pipeline, not tactics. Most link building efforts underperform for one simple reason. They start with tactics, guest posts, link inserts, directories, instead of a revenue plan. In 2025, we recommend starting with your ICP and buying committee, then mapping authority building to the pages that actually influence deals: product pages, best of pages, comparisons, integration pages, and proof assets like case studies. This is where sales and marketing alignment becomes non-negotiable. If your content team produces SEO posts your reps never send, you'll struggle to earn meaningful links without aggressive outreach or paid placements. The best performing programs co-design linkable assets with sales so they serve double duty. They rank, they convert, and they become follow-up collateral your B2B sales agency partners and SDRs use daily. Practically, we like to define a small set of quarterly authority targets: the 3 to 5 offers you want to sell, the 10 to 20 pages that should rank, and the categories of sites that matter: industry media, partner ecosystems, community hubs, and respected practitioners. When this is clear, your outbound sales agency motion can support backlinks naturally through collaboration outreach instead of sending random "can you link to us" emails that go nowhere. What high-quality links means in 2025. In 2025, quality beats quantity because both Google and buyers have gotten better at spotting low-value endorsements. Strong links are relevant to your topic, placed in editorial content, not buried in thin pages, and surrounded by context that makes sense to a human reader. If the linking site has real traffic and credibility with your audience, That link can influence rankings and send qualified referral visits that your SDRs can actually work. The industry consensus matches what we see in practice. Roughly 93.8% of link builders say quality matters more than volume. That should also change how you staff the work, because earning real links takes real effort. Even experienced teams often need 1 to 2 hours of focused work to secure a single, solid link when you account for prospecting, outreach, follow-up, and content coordination. This is also why buying links at scale is usually a losing bet for B2B brands. The average paid backlink is reported around $361.44, and the risk-to-reward ratio gets worse when placements are irrelevant or obviously manipulative. If you're going to invest that budget, you'll typically get better outcomes by paying for strategy, content, and relationship-driven outreach, especially when you can pair it with cold email agency and cold calling services that open doors to legitimate collaborations. In 2025, the best backlink is the one that earns trust, reaches your buyers, and compounds pipeline, not the one that simply inflates a metric. Create linkable assets your SDRs actually send. Most content never earns a link, which is exactly why publish more blogs isn't a backlink strategy. Studies summarized in 2025 estimate about 95% of pages have 0 backlinks, and roughly 94% of content never earns a single external link. If your content is interchangeable, you'll be forced into unnatural outreach or paid placements just to get noticed. The antidote is building a small number of undeniable, link-worthy assets each quarter: original research, benchmarks, playbooks, ROI tools, and data-backed frameworks. In B2B, the best link magnets are often the same assets that improve outbound conversion rates: the benchmark PDF your cold callers reference, the calculator your AE uses to quantify value, or the playbook your team sends after a discovery call. To avoid the common mistake of creating content that doesn't deserve links, we recommend a simple test. If your SDRs wouldn't send it in a follow-up to a target account, it's probably not strong enough to attract links either. Co-create the asset with sales, bake in real numbers and examples, and make sure your internal linking and site structure route that new authority to your commercial pages so the payoff shows up in pipeline. Use Outbound to power digital PR and partnerships. Your Outbound team is already talking to the exact people who can create backlinks: partners, podcast hosts, newsletter operators, community leaders, and practitioners with blogs. Instead of treating link building as a separate marketing lane, build collaboration asks into your sequences: quote contributions, co-marketing webinars, joint case studies, guest content, or data partnerships that naturally include editorial links when published. This approach solves one of the most common mistakes we see: marketing chasing links from sites your buyers don't read. When your SDR agency playbooks are aligned to your ICP, the relationships you build are inherently relevant. It's also a cleaner way to earn credibility in market because you're creating assets and conversations your audience already wants, not negotiating random placements. From an execution standpoint, this is where SalesHive's model fits naturally. We can run outreach that supports meetings and authority at the same time. A cold email agency or outbound sales agency shouldn't just book appointments. It should open doors for the content collaborations that earn links and strengthen your brand footprint across the sites your buyers trust. Operationalize backlinks with KPIs. Sales leadership cares about. If you measure success only by domain rating and total links, you'll eventually lose budget, because those numbers don't automatically translate to SQLs. In 2025, the best teams track link quality through business outcomes: referral traffic that fits the ICP, assisted conversions from organic sessions, and opportunities touched by visits to linked assets. That's how you turn SEO reporting into a revenue story your CRO and CFO will actually believe. You also want a lightweight operating system for maintenance work that most teams ignore. Link reclamation, unlinked brand mentions, and 404s with backlinks, technical fixes that prevent authority leakage, and strong internal linking can make every earned link more valuable. These basics are unglamorous, but they're often the difference between "we built links" and "our pipeline grew." When these metrics are reviewed alongside outbound performance, link building becomes part of the same weekly revenue meeting rhythm. That alignment helps sales outsourcing leaders and marketing teams plan realistically, especially when you consider the real capacity constraint that it can take 1 to 2 hours to build one good link the right way. Next steps: a sustainable link velocity that compounds. Backlinking results rarely show up overnight, and that's a feature, not a bug. Most teams see leading indicators first: impressions, rankings for secondary terms, referral visits, then stronger conversion performance as authority builds. The smartest move is committing to a pace you can sustain quarter over quarter, because compounding authority is how you win competitive B2B categories without resorting to risky shortcuts. A practical quarterly plan looks like this: ship one flagship linkable asset, run a structured outreach push to partners and media, and keep a steady drumbeat of relationship-based placements. If you're resource-constrained, decide what to insource versus outsource. Many teams own strategy and content while partnering for list-building services, outreach operations, and follow-up, similar to how they'd scale an outsourced sales team. If you want backlinks that translate into pipeline, connect the dots across your revenue engine: the pages you need to rank, the assets your reps need to sell, and the relationships your team can earn through consistent outreach. That's where SalesHive can support both sides of the house. As a B2B sales agency with proven outbound execution and the operational muscle to help you build authority that shows up in rankings, conversations, and revenue.